Josh, what kind of was your takeaway from Saturday? Do you try to forget it as quickly as possible, or are there things that you can learn from a game like that?
There's definitely something we can learn from every game. We definitely didn't have our best game at all. We just weren't playing to our potential, and we didn't give the effort that Penn State's known for. We didn't play Penn State basketball, and it showed. And it's something we can learn from, and we have to come back today and just get better from it. And we can move on as we go to Wisconsin. We had a players-only film led by Peyton yesterday, and it was definitely something that really helped us all. Just getting each other's input, seeing what we need to do better, seeing how we look on film in those type of situations, and just gotta learn from it.
Is there anything you could share with us? I know these are private things, but are there one or two themes that maybe stood out?
Just need to play harder. They played harder than us. They out-toughed us. They out-rebounded us. They did what they needed to do to win. It's a really good team, top 25, and they played like it. And we need to learn from that. We need to learn how to approach games like that and how to handle games like that.
Coach mentioned not getting enough movement offensively during some of the struggles that you guys have had. What do you need to do during a game to kind of notice that and try to fix it as fast as possible?
I mean, in situations like that, I feel like it's our defense that gets us moving. When we start getting stagnant, it's because our defense isn't really where we need it to be. Watching film, we didn't move with a purpose. We were just moving. We weren't doing it with a purpose. We didn't have any type of sense of urgency, and that's something that we have to. Everyone says that we're young, but we're experienced basketball players, and we should be able to handle those type of situations. And we need our leadership in those situations to stand out, and we need people to step up and try to take charge in those type of games.
Coach kind of mentioned that maybe some of the struggle could have been from a little bit of mental fatigue around this time of year. Do you feel like, how do you kind of get through that? Is that something that, the younger kids have to learn, or is that something where the leaders have to kind of set that example for how to kind of get the mind right?
It's a little of both. I definitely went through my mental tiredness last year, but you kind of learn from it just being in so many games. But last year, BT really helped me do that, and definitely JD. But BT really just pulled me aside and just told me, like, you're not gonna have your best game every game. You're not gonna have the energy that you had the last game, because we're just gonna be so tired and just so exhausted from everything that we're doing and how hard that we play that you just gotta tough it up. We just gotta play basketball. Everybody wants to win. Everybody has that desire inside to do whatever you need to do to win. And we didn't really have that last game. We definitely let the fatigue get to us. Coach says the faceless opponent definitely got to us. We beat ourselves because we weren't mentally tough enough.
Like BT said to you, is that kind of something that you're saying to the younger guys, or do they really need that message right now?
I think it's a little of both. I mean, they need it, but I feel like they, in their head, they're like, yeah, we didn't get it done. We weren't there. We weren't ready for it, and it's a little of both.
Do you remember when you first went through that last year?
It was when we played our games at Rec Hall. We had a couple of games in a certain amount of days, and it was just really tiring. And then after I came back, my first game back was Indiana here, and that was my first game back from Mono, and I was exhausted. And then we went on a little bit of a run, I think, and then I was just completely drained, and just trying to get my conditioning back up. It was really that was definitely what it was. That was my bad point.